Ever wondered why your brain sometimes sees things that aren't really there? Welcome to the intriguing world of illusions, a testament to the power of perception and a playground for the mind's eye. We'll start with optical illusions, those visual tricksters that have the power to both delight and confound. These illusions play off the brain's need to make sense of the world quickly. The brain takes shortcuts, filling in gaps with what it expects to see rather than what's actually there. A classic example, the Kanisa triangle. There's no actual triangle, but your brain creates one anyway, filling in the empty space. Next on the list, we have auditory illusions. These deceptions trick your ears and your brain, creating sounds that may not exist or changing the way you perceive them. A popular example is the shepherd tone illusion, a sound consisting of several tones separated by an octave, which, when played in a loop, seems to ascend or descend forever. However, in reality, it's just looping over the same set of tones. Then there are tactile illusions, where your sense of touch gets fooled. Ever heard of the phantom limb phenomenon? It's a fascinating yet eerie occurrence where amputees feel sensations, even pain, in limbs that no longer exist. This happens because the brain struggles to reconcile the loss and continues to send signals to the missing limb. Now, let's delve into temporal illusions. These trick your sense of time. The most well-known is probably the stopped clock illusion. When you first look at a clock, the second hand seems to freeze for a moment, then starts moving. This happens because your brain fills in the gap as your eyes move from one focus point to another. Lastly, let's touch on cognitive illusions, where your mind plays tricks on itself. Take the duck-rabbit illusion for example. Depending on how you look at it, it's either a duck or a rabbit. This illusion shows how your brain processes information and how it can be influenced by what it expects or wants to see. So, to wrap it all up, illusions, whether they're optical, auditory, tactile, temporal, or cognitive, are all about the brain's interpretations and misinterpretations of the world around us. They show us that perception is not just about what our senses tell us, but also about how our brains process that information. It's a constant reminder that reality is not always as it seems, and that our brains are incredible, complex, and sometimes trickster organs. So next time you see a triangle that isn't there, hear a tone that never ends, feel a limb that doesn't exist, experience time that seems to pause, or spot a rabbit that's also a duck, remember, it's all just your brain playing its fascinating game of perception. Truly, the mind's eye sees far beyond what meets the eye.